again. Yeah, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And on this video, I'll be teaching you how to make your own personal cash flow from scratch. I know a lot of people have challenges. I've had people asking questions on how they can manage their cash flow. I have people saying that even what are they planning on when their cash income is very small, and they see themselves having to beg people for money for fund every other day. They see themselves having to, always going to people. Yes, I'm not saying that asking for support is a big deal, but most of the time it boils down on how we can manage the fund that we have and on our own open our eyes to how we can do more for ourselves. So it comes from a life that is already organized, that you understand what is happening in your life at time. That situation that is not really about maybe spiritual issue, but it just require a level of planning on our side. That is why sometimes also we tend to spend on our wants and then leave our needs aside. So today I'm going to be sharing with you how, with your own analysis from scratch, you can plan for your finances for the year based on what you earn. And what this will also do to you is that it will open your eyes to essential things that you will need and make you yourself in that position where you can plan ahead for that thing to materialize. So you see people having results in their lives, you see them yielding one good result or the other. There are few, things that they do. It comes in forms of habits eventually, but those little things in a long time plays a significant role. So in this video, I'm going to be showing to you next is on Excel sheet how you will plan your financials for the year, for the quarter, for the month, depending on you. So you can tweak this even in your businesses if you're a one-man business owner. So let's dive in immediately. See you. Okay, so let's do this together. Once again, my name is Morenike Ogunowo, and on this sheet, I'm going to be introducing to you how you start your own personal financial plan yourself from the scratch. Yeah, so let me take you to some of the things that I do for myself every year. And maybe you found this valuable, and I hope somebody is going to practice this going forward, right? So on this sheet at the upper side, so just check what I'm doing as I'm typing. At the upper side, so what we want to do is on your personal cash flow trend, right? So let's say this is for 2022. So what you first do at the upper side is your inflow. Inflow are income or money that comes to you. So inflow, upper side, you have your inflow. Then you're going to be doing a few things here. So you're going to count from January to December because the intention is to forecast our plan for our cash flow for the year. This is very key because it helps you to plan for your financials and help you not to go beyond your limits. Okay, and so I'm going to be doing a bit of, I love seeing colors. Okay, like I love blue, so I'm going to make it a deep blue, right? So the whole essence of this is to create a format that we're going to be using. So I'm going to merge, going to push this forward a bit, and I'm going to merge is also merge at the center. I'll make it bold. Now I'm going to make this a color red. Do my I love colors. It's looking beautiful, right? So right, so I'm just trying to create the format from the beginning. So we are doing 2022. So for the writing, I'll just put it here, 2022. Right, so I'm going to be making instances now. So we're talking about somebody now, not necessarily my own figures, but just to make it drive the point home. So your inflow are your income, right? So in case you're a salary earner, you could have your salary here. And another thing I always advise to people that own their personal business is to pay themselves salary. Yes, your salary can be a fixed amount from a fixed amount every month. So you're going to be paying yourself as though you're paying a staff in your business, or a fixed percentage of your monthly profits, right? So, but for the most part, I think most people enjoy to just put a fixed amount. It's all about you. It's how you intend to do it. So, but it's better you pay yourself salary so that you can leave the business to breathe and grow. I'm an advocate for business growth. So you have to make sure that your personal business grows. But in case you're a salary earner, same thing, or you have other sources of income. So just put those income at this side. So it could be salary, it could be even your mid-year, maybe you have other, maybe like a leave allowance. Some this is for salary earners, employees, yeah. So maybe you have end of the year income or something. That's bonus, right? End of the year bonus. Because there's no way, if you're a salary earner, for instance, you know how much you collect per month. And if you are even working for yourself, you also know what kind of salary you intend to be giving yourself per month. So all these are just your income. These are just your income in each of the months. So let's say your income is 50,000, just saying. So I'm going to drag this down. Let me format it. Then I'm going to drag this down to December. So to drag it down, what I did, I put my cursor on the cell. I click on my, if you're using your mouse, you right click on the mouse, and once you see this cross sign, you can see it's not there down. You can see this cross sign beside the cell, so you can drag at that moment. So once you drag, it takes the figure down. Another thing you could do is to say equals to that amount. If it's a fixed amount, then you can now drag also down. Another thing is to say you Control C, Control copy on the cell, and then highlight all the other cells, and then Control V, and that takes all the figures there. So there's different ways you can drag down your figure. Okay, so another thing I'll be doing is that I will now do a summation. So auto sum, right? Or let me just do the formula for you, equals to sum. You want to put the cells you want to add up together in brackets. So you highlight the cells you are adding together, then you close the bracket, click on enter. So that is it. So either you use AutoSum or use the formula directly. But in Excel, if you're using Excel, make sure you formularize your Excel. There's no point using Excel without formula. If you want to do without formula, go ahead and do with your Word document. But if you are using Excel, everyone using Excel must understand the formula. So go ahead also to learn formula, because they make life easy for you in analyzing your data. Okay, but this, I'm not going there. I'm just giving this information. It's information you did not pay for, right? So this is the total. So let's say I put a figure, let's say end of the year bonus, you always be given 100,000, just an instance. Once I put the 100,000, you can submit itself, it sum itself down here, right? So what I want to do, because I love figure and I love to let the format looks okay, I'm also going to do this, right? So I'm going to close this. I'm going to close this. I'm going to bold this, right? I'm also going to bold this, right? So then I go a bit further. So that is part of the inflow. This area is the part of the inflow. Then your outflow. I know you all have outflow, those things that you intend to buy, those that are necessity for you every month. You know, you have to eat, you have to pay maybe for water, you have to pay some of the bills, you have to buy some data, you have to buy call credits and all that. So you can go ahead, these are your cash outflow. You can go ahead and begin to type everything you need. So let's say, for instance, if you're a family person, maybe food every month. You can even do cereal separate, and sometimes you can do maybe your protein like beef and all that. So you can do separate. So this could be your cereal and milk. Okay, just use the protein, or your protein, maybe the fish. Sometimes I even break it down. Sometimes I even break down to fish, to meat, so that I can just be precise. To egg, you know, just think through what you think you will need, and it's just a way to help you map and help you see that you're taking really care of yourself, right? Sorry. So it could be also water. Maybe you buy dispenser water every month, you know, or every week. Then you can do the figure multiply by month, and that is it. So maybe you can also plan for maybe your transport, pay, and even if you want to be doing a savings, you understand, you know, the savings has to be from your income too. So you have to mention the savings and home. So let's also do the formatting. So this one now, I'm going to be summarizing. I'm going to be adding up the figures. So I want to put the formula there, same way we did for inflow, same way we are going to be doing here. So here, I'm trying to put in a formula also. I'm going to bold it. So you get food now. I spend maybe 10,000 or maybe yes, 10,000 naira per month. I'm just using, remember this is an instance. So you will know what you use the money to buy, and that way you can plan, right? Okay. And maybe your cereal, maybe you want to be spending 2,000 naira monthly for cereal, to drag that one down. Maybe your fish they want to be eating fish 3 times, you know, three on like on a, you want to be exchanging meat and fish, you know, month to month. Maybe in the in a month you want to do fish of maybe 3,500, and then do meat in another month, maybe 4,000. So you can see you're not going to be, sorry. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to spread this. Remember, this is just an instance, so you know what works for you. So go ahead and do what works for you. Same thing with the meat. Maybe once you do fish this month, you want to do meat the other month, and or you can just lump and say protein. So that depending on, but you know that that's what you are going to be budgeting for that particular thing in that month. So maybe you also have training, okay, that you intend to do at some point in the year. So include this there. You want to be buying books. Maybe you want to devote to your personal development, also in reading, and you feel okay, you need some books. So just plan. Okay, so maybe the egg monthly you want to be doing, okay, maybe 1,000 naira worth of egg is all that you plan. Okay, let me also include foods.
So it all depends on you though. So let's see, every month you do. Then maybe your water, you buy water per week, maybe you spend 500 naira or 1,000. So that means for the whole of the month, it will be 2,000 naira. So remember, this is an instance depending on you, your transport to office and all that, or to your business, or generally your estimated transport. Remember, this is a forecast, so you're allowed to estimate, but just that it helps you to guide your spending and then match it to your income so that you don't go beyond yourself and still be able to live within your means. So your transport, maybe you spend about 5,000 naira on transport every month. So if you are using vehicle, you have your own vehicle, you may have to separate your fuel and your maintenance. You plan for maintenance from your salary as well. So maybe you want to be doing savings. Okay, every month you want to be saving 2,000 naira from your salary, or you want to be saving maybe 5,000 naira, yeah, from your salary. So that is it. Then training, maybe quarterly you want to be doing some training. So maybe in March you plan to do a training worth of 3,500 in that's March. In that's March. April, in June you want to do a training worth of 5,000. Maybe you have, so that means you have to identify the training and the cost before you can plan. Okay, maybe there's another training that worth 10,000 naira towards the end of the year that you must sign up for, right? So about books too, maybe you want to buy books that you want to read for the year, that is going to keep you engaged. So you felt, okay, let me just spend 5,000 in January for something that I will read, or maybe, okay, let's say 10,000 naira, right? So I'm going to put the formula down, then drag it down, right? So maybe fruits every month you want to be spending 1,000 naira. So for fruits, sorry, you want to be spending 1,000 naira for fruits. Okay, so that is that. So that means you'll be spending this much. So let's go, maybe your rent also. Maybe your rent, you want to be saving for your rent. You want to be saving for your rent. Maybe you pay at the beginning of every year. So that means for this following year, you want to be saving for your rent. So you want to be saving maybe 10,000 naira, depending on what your rents are. So let's say 10,000 naira for your rent. Okay. That's not hard up, right? Let me see. Okay, it's adding up. It's adding up. Okay. So that is that. So what you now do is what is your monthly net flow? We said the first one is your cash inflow. Then we have your cash outflow. Then your cash net flow. That's the difference between your inflow and your net flow monthly. So just like the normal mathematics, just is equal to this, your total inflow minus your total outflow. Okay, your total inflow minus your total outflow, and that means this is all that you have left in this particular month. So I'm going to do something briefly. So I'm going to put my cursor under January cell, and I'm going to be clicking on view, and then I'll click on free panes, then I'll click on freeze panes. What this will do for you is to allow the upper side to hold so that I can see through the figures, and then I'll be able to know which month I'm dealing with. So now this is my net flow. So I'm going to also put this also. This is total or cash outflow. Okay, so this is my net flow. So because I've done the formula, which you are aware of, that is my total, that's C16, total inflow minus my total outflow, right? So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to drag, you can see the plus sign. So I'm going to drag this down So the formula can be on the other cells and apply to every other thing. So you can see for each of these months, this is my net flow. This is my net flow for each of the months. But I want to know, because net flow will only happen per month, I want to know this is cash flow. So I want to know the accumulated amount after taking care of all of the expenses, how much will be accumulated that I'll still have as my cash in hand at any point in time. So for the first month, you have this, that will be cash, that will be balance at month end. You understand? So at each of the month end, what will be your balance? That will be cash balance at month end. Let me reduce this balance. Okay. So this month will be same. Then the following month will now be this month's net flow. That's February net flow plus previous month's closing balance. Right? This plus this will become my February. That means the 15,500 I'm bringing from January plus the remaining amount I have in February. That will be the remaining amount with me. So I'm going to drag this formula also down. So at any point in time, I'll be having my previous balance plus my current month net flow balance. So this is your cash flow, personal cash flow. This same cash flow, that's free cash flow, can also be adopted for your business, right? Because cash flow is different from your profits. Cash flow is like a working capital. And that's one of the things that you need to manage also in your business. So it is part of the essential for your budget, your business planning at any point in time. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to bold this. I'm going to put a fantastic color there too. Look, yeah, I love yellow too. Blue is actually my color, but I love colors, so I love the mix of colors. Okay, so this is looking really beautiful, right? This is really looking beautiful. And what it is saying to you at any time is that this is what your finances look like. Let's say you want to buy something for yourself, something of a major capital. Maybe you want to buy a television or a laptop for yourself, and you want to buy that laptop, the laptop worth 100,000 naira, and you want to buy laptop in the month of, let's say, June. So 100,000 naira in the month of June. What is this saying to you? The moment I plug it in, my noise will reduce. And also because I've not been carrying enough inflow, it makes my cash balance turn to negative. This is saying that I have spent, or with this I'll be spending more than what I have. So there are three different things that you can do to manage this situation. So one thing is whether to move this amount, because if you look at the end of the year, you still have a cash balance, you can see, even with the 100,000 of 94,500 naira here. So meaning at the end of the year, you'll be balanced, just a timing matter, not like you'll not be able to spend much later in the year, but as a timing matter, you will not be able to earn it earlier than this period. Remember, in this period, we put the end of year bonus as 100,000 naira in December. So this is already telling you that you're going to see yourself choked in this period. And one of the challenges that we have is that once we put too much on ourselves, once you put too much on yourself, especially in cash area, it distorts every other thing about you. It affects your mental health, and you feel that you are not fulfilling, and this will just help you to be organized in life. Okay, so what this is telling, even though the laptop is important, the question you'll be asking yourself is, okay, even with this laptop that I intend to buy, can I get somebody in my family? Let's say, for instance, if you have, like you're not going to be disturbing people, that's going to give me this, that means you need additional 57,000 naira to balance, break even, or to balance up this laptop you need. Okay, to be able to get this laptop, you need additional 57,000 naira. So the question is that, can you earn that 57,000 naira in June or before June? Because this is what you know for now, and that is what you really need. If you intend to buy that laptop in June, that means you must have earned something 57,000 or above at this time. So what you need to do is that you can look at, okay, what other income can I start doing? What other things can I start that generate other income for me? So if you put yourself in that and you're able to generate, let's say, other income, this is practical now. Let's say other income give you 10,000 naira per month. So maybe by that June, you will have raised additional 10,000, that's 60,000. So let's do this. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so that means you will have, let me also do the same thing. I'm just trying to put the total for the year by each of the items here. Okay, right. So what this means to you is that you will have raised additional 60,000 naira from your other income by that month, June. So if you look down, you can see that everything has changed, right? So even though for that month your net flow is negative, because you're carrying so much money down, you're able to take care of that laptop in that month, right? And your cash flow can take you appropriately to the end of the year. So you can see what that other income is doing in this cash flow. So, but let's say you cannot do this other income, you cannot do any business, but I encourage you to find a way of any other income. There are so many ways you can earn income, and I'm willing to teach you if you are interested. Right. So, another thing you could do is to say, okay, I don't want to stretch myself. Let me just move this laptop money from June. Let me buy it in December when I know I'll have the fund. You can see you're fine and you're able to still buy the laptop, but timing now change, right? Okay, another way you could also look at it is, okay, I still want to buy this laptop in June. So I bring it back to June. So what other part of my lifestyle can I postpone forward? Or can I adjust to, So maybe if you have been, okay, let's leave out the essentials. So let's say you want to be saving for the rent from July, right? You want to save, instead of saving from rent from January, you want to be saving for the rent from July, and you want to double the savings, right? So what that also means is, okay, so maybe from this period, you now plan 20,000. Sorry, from July, you plan 20,000. Okay, at the end of the year. So you can see it, okay, now for the month of June, you are fine. But you can see with that decision for the month of November, you are not fine. You're still doing more than that. So that means in November, you can only save maybe a 10,000 naira. And then you now reput the remaining 10,000 naira and balance up in December. So you can see there's different way you can, plan ahead so that you don't get yourself shocked. And when somebody say, things that you didn't plan for comes in, you have to assess it. And that also speaks to you putting anything on this your expenditure part. You have to check, are there things you can put your wants and needs together, but as you progress, if there are things that you know that not so essential, you can postpone them. You don't have to do them immediately. Yeah, there's something that you just want to do to make yourself feel good. Maybe you want to go for cold stone, or you want to go to and get take yourself out for pizza, and you included all that in your expenditure. You can actually do without that at some point, and you'll not die. So what that means is that you can postpone that if there is an essential, you know, um, essential expedition that you have to do, or expenses that you have to take care of, bills that you have to take care of. So you can easily tweak all of this figure. So let's say what you don't plan for happen in April, for instance. So you can look into April and say, okay, which of this area can I reduce and manage this time, so that it can accommodate what I intend to do. So all this will help you to make the right decision, and help you to manage your finances well. And with that, you'll be able to live a healthier life. So this is the whole essence of this. It gives is a very good way to manage your mental health, and to also manage your finances and live a better and more defined lifestyle. So in all of this, God can surprise you and make income more than what you have planned for. That's notwithstanding, just telling you, okay, when this one comes in, okay, what other areas. So just keep putting it down on this sheet as you progress, and as years roll by, be updating each of the month to the actual, and see how you improve year in, year out, month in, month out. So I wish you all the best.
Hello guys, welcome back. So I hope you were been able to get something significant from what I just showed you, and I hope you're going to go ahead and practice it. Let me give you a big advice, right? If you don't have a personal laptop now, in your financial plan for this year, please include it as part of the essentials, because with this you can do so much for yourself. You can earn income, other income that you were talking about, you can earn it from your home. Sometimes just for you to learn a particular skills and sell it to people. A lot of people need knowledge. Sell knowledge that you know. People will buy from you. In case you want to know more about this, please contact me. With just little, you can get to know what fits your personality, what fits you, how you can go about this. Also, you may want to, if you don't have a laptop yet, just the same approach. I break it down into very, very simplest form. So just go ahead, get a sheet, roll it in that likes, and create your own financial plan, so that you don't have a laptop now is not an excuse to you. Just do and start now, and I hope you're going to do well in staying true to your plan, and God will be surprising you more in taking care of all some of those things that you've already planned for. So that will be a plus in your bucket, and that will give you more room to do more things for yourself. But in whole, this is just helping you to drop those thing that you put so much on your mind, in your brain down, and put it somewhere that you can monitor with your eyes. This is one of the gifts that God has given unto us. It's just for you to utilize it appropriately for your growth. Remember, I'm out here to ensure that you grow. So this is Growth Arena. I want you to journey with us on this train, right? So till I come again in the next video, I want you to just go ahead, share with other people, comment. If you have not subscribed to the video, to this channel, please go ahead and do, and share with as many as possible. If you like, tag me in your post where you share it. I'll be loving to put a comment there as well. And one thing I'll be doing sometime in future is, as much people that tag, you may earn a gift. So go ahead, please, guys, share this video to as many as possible. This is Growth Arena, and I would love to see more people growing from now forward. So till I meet you in my next video, have a great day.